What's up YouTube? It's your girl Rochelle and I'm back with another video. Now today it is time to stuff some cash, a whole lot of cash, okay? Now if that's something you'd be interested in, then stick around. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Y'allthebomb.com. Now first up, you can see my cash envelopes are empty, and that is because I washed my money. That's right, I cleaned it, I dried it, and I ironed it, but it still wrinkled back up, so it must not have dried all the way, but it was a good first attempt. And I'm gonna tell you, my hands feel cleaner just from using this money, so I'm definitely hooked. I can't promise that I'll do it every time, but that was a win. So first up, let's get into this stuff and let's stuff the money back into my cash envelopes and sinking funds that I already had, and then we'll dive into the new money for this payday. So I have my cash envelopes here, and these are the ones that I keep on me at all times in my wallet, with the exception of a couple in the back. So first up, groceries had $100 left over, and so we're gonna do some 20s. Actually, we'll go ahead and do 250s. Next up is personal. Personal had a cute $5. Next up is miscellaneous. Miscellaneous had $75. Okay. Next up was tips. Tips had $10 in it. And then eating out had 25 left over. Then we had the nickel challenge, which had $198. 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So we're back in full effect with the nickel challenge. And actually, you know what? That's not right. That's supposed to be the 26-week challenge. My bad. I almost messed that up. Woo. So many savings challenges. So now we are doing the 0 out challenge, the 26-week savings challenge, and the nickel challenge. The nickel challenge goes in here, and then throughout the week I normally will add money to this. Like say if I have any change left over from a transaction, it'll go in here until I can get back home and put it in here. Okay, now that leaves the rest, which is just my bank money. This is money that I use for swapping out bills, and that's going to be a total of $303. I think I'm gonna actually, I'll keep the hundreds. Yeah, that works out in my favor for when I want to put larger bills in. So now my envelopes are restuffed and good to go. So we'll come back to that in a minute. And now let's dive into the sinking funds. Self-care is getting $20. Health is getting $20. Beauty is getting $100. Eva, $100. Mike is getting $20. House and hygiene, $20. Row, $20. LV, $260. Okay, I'm short $100. I will figure that out later. Oh, I know why. I took $100 out so that I could start my checking account at the bank. I'm so glad I remembered that. I'm official now, y'all. So we'll take $100 from the bank cash envelope to cover that transaction. Okay, I was getting a little worried. I was like, whoa. Okay, so that is $260. Don't worry, I will make these all larger bills off camera because we used the $20 that we had in fund money that was left. Okay, so now we're gonna unstuff my purse. So I had some money that I just pushed down into my purse. All of this is going to go in my banks. The change will go in here. And then I have some money for the nickel challenge. I'll be back to this in a little bit. Okay, and now we have the money for our payday cash stuffing. Normally I unstuff my money, and anything that I have left over in my cash envelopes, I put in my nickel challenge, but I'm not gonna worry about that because I have a plan. Okay, so the sun is setting. We're gonna keep it pushing. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60. So that's 260, 70, 80, 90, 300, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 400, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 80, and I have 25 $1 bills. Okay, so this was a really good payday, and so we're gonna stuff as much as we can with this. So first up, let's stuff our cash envelopes. Again, this is just beautiful how much money we have. I'm really trying to save as much money as I can because I do have some guests coming next month, and so I'm kind of just trying to stack my dough, literally. First up is groceries, which always gets 100. And so now that'll be $200. Next up is personal, which gets 5. Next up is miscellaneous, which gets 75. Okay, so now we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 30, 40, 50. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, 150. So that's perfect. I'm a little nervous. These are gonna be like my first guest in since all of this pandemic stuff. So I'm a little worried about how much money I'm going to spend. What, is that a thing? I don't know. But anyway, okay, next up is tips, which is also getting $10. So now that'll be $20 in there. Next is eating out. Eating out is going to get 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Which means we now have $125 for eating out. I'll definitely be adding to this. And then the nickel challenge, I'm not going to add to this time. The 26 week, well, I guess we need to talk about the savings challenges. So for this week, let's start with the 26 week challenge. I am supposed to add $36. So 10, 20, 30, 6. So if we add all of that in, we now have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 200, 10, 20, 30, 5, 6, 7, 8. 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 200, 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. So $234 is how much you should have if you are doing the 26 week challenge. There's all different types. I'm doing the one that equals just over $1,000. Okay, and then the 0 out challenge is money that I transfer over from to our emergency fund. And so for this week, I'll put the total across here. And that is our savings challenge update. Now for the last part, we are going to stuff the rest in our sinking funds. And so self-care, we just had a bomb self-care, so we're not gonna add too much to this. We're just gonna add another $10. And so that will give us 30. Next up is health. Health is going to get $20, and that'll give us a total of 40. Next up is beauty. Beauty is going to get, oh, I had some 5s behind here. I'm glad I caught that. A bunch of them. Okay, okay. Beauty is going to get 50. So now it has 150. Yeah, 150. Hope you guys can see okay. It's like such weird shadowing going on right now. Next up is E. I have $1 in here. I forgot to tell y'all about this. Whenever she leaves stuff out, I charge her $1. So like if I find her toys out on the floor or in an area that's not a kid zone, I'm like, oh, pay me $1. So it's adding up, but I put it right back in here. And so Eva is going to get 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I am not a maid. And I'll clean up after my husband because he works a lot, but I'll be doggone if I clean up after a grown child. And so I'm giving her a lot of ones just in case she has to pay me and she has larger bills, because she has her own like money, cash that she keeps, and I don't want no games. I want to have change just in case. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and this should be $11 total. I play the game, honey. I play the game. Next up is Mike. Mike is going to get 20. And that should be $40. 10, 20, 30, 40. He just got his payout. Every time it reaches $200, I give it to him for walking around money. Next up is house and hygiene. And this is something that has worked because he has a tendency to go a long time without buying something, and then he'll buy something that's like usually around $200 every time, y'all. And I'm normally like, that was not in the budget. But this time I'm like, okay, fine, I got you. So learn the game, y'all. Learn the game to keep the peace. Okay, but anyway, where are we? House and hygiene. House and hygiene is going to get $10, $20, $30. So now it's back up to 50, which is our average spend. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Next up is Ro. And Ro is going to get the rest of this. So that's 20. Let's see how much that is. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So $53 for me. And that is it. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to another video. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace, love, and budgets.